This is the second video of a two-part series on tax loss deductions from pig butchering scams. This is the IRS profit motive exception explained. If you were scammed in an investment or crypto scheme, here's the question everyone asks: can I write it off? The short answer is maybe. In this video, I'll explain when a scam loss qualifies for an IRS deduction and when it doesn't. I'm tax attorney Chad Silver, founder of Silver Tax Group. For over 15 years, my firm has focused exclusively on tax law and helping clients across the country resolve IRS tax debt, audits, and fraud-related cases. My promise to you is we'll build your tax defense, we'll submit your tax defense, and we'll defend your tax defense if necessary. Let's talk about how the IRS handles scam losses and the little-known profit motive exception. Why most scam losses aren't deductible. Before 2017, taxpayers could deduct theft losses for almost any personal theft, from stolen jewelry to investment scams. But after the Tax Cut and Jobs Act, that deduction was eliminated for most individuals. Now you can only claim a theft loss if it's tied to a business or related to a federally declared disaster area like a hurricane or wildfire. Does that make sense for most taxpayers? No. But that's why most scam victims are told, sorry, we can't deduct it. But that's not the full story. The exception: transactions entered into for profit. There's an important exception under the Internal Revenue Code section 165C2. If the transaction was entered into for profit, not just for personal reasons, you can still claim a theft loss. That means if you invested money in what you believe was a legitimate business or trading platform, the IRS may allow you to deduct your loss, even if it turned out to be a scam. What you must prove: to qualify, you need to show three things. You need to show a profit motive. You intended to make money, not just gift or loan it. 2, theft actually occurred under your state's definition of theft or fraud. 3, no reasonable prospect of recovery, and this means you've exhausted realistic options to get your money back. If those apply, you can treat the scam loss as a theft loss deduction reported on Form 4684, then carried to Schedule A or C depending on whether it's a personal investment or business-related loss. For example, one of our clients invested $50,000 in what looked like a crypto arbitrage platform. It was a scam. Because it was an investment entered into for profit and not a personal gift, we documented everything, filed the proper forms, and the IRS only accepted it as a theft loss when we appealed during a CDP hearing. And sometimes we actually have to go to tax court to fight these, where you deal with someone who knows what they're talking about, because I keep seeing them denied just on general submissions to the IRS with tax returns. Accepting this as a theft loss is really important because it reduced the client's taxable income substantially. How to file correctly: if you believe you qualify, gather all documentation, messages, receipts, transfer records, police reports, IC3 reports. File the loss on Form 4684 under theft, referencing Section 165C2. Attach an explanation letter describing the scam in your efforts to recover funds. Don't be embarrassed about it. Just tell them what happened. Keep all supporting documentation for at least 7 years in case of audit. When you shouldn't file it yourself: if the scam involved crypto, offshore accounts, or large dollar amounts, don't do it alone. These filings are complex and the IRS scrutinizes them very closely. Filing incorrectly can trigger an audit or even penalties if they think you misrepresented the transaction. You're certainly going to get IRS letters about it, and you can't miss the dates on those letters. We've seen both sides, and we know how to protect our clients. If you're the victim of a pig butchering scam, any other type of scam, and want to know whether you qualify for a theft loss deduction, call us at Silver Tax Group at 855-900-1040. Visit us at silvertaxgroup.com. Our 24/7 live chat is available. We'll evaluate your case, explain your options, and help you file it right. I'm tax attorney Chad Silver, founder of Silver Tax Group. We'll build your tax defense, we'll submit your tax defense, and we'll defend it if necessary. Stay protected. I'll see you in the next video.